witness as I compose flows with no beat, just speech, powerful enough to reach the east and west hemisphere. So let those with ears hear clear. Oral interpretation of fact and fiction, just vivid descriptions of this life we live in. Okay, Horatio was a bad apple from the big city. He had dreams to rule the world, but had a fetish for little girls. See, seeing them blush, see, gaining their trust, lusting after their touch till their touch got Horatio locked up. Teenage girls talk too much, but while in that prison industrial complex, Horatio learned the internet was his new access to his sexual conquest. All he needed was an email address. See, now back on the streets, they were a sexual offender. No longer hanging in the high schools, scope of the young tenders.
See, Madison remembers how her daddy used to show her lots of attention. I mean, every day he would mention how pretty she was and how she was his favorite little girl, and he'd get her anything she could ever want in this world. So she grew up fast, had a pretty face with a body that surpassed her age. Only 12 years old, but already tired of the boys in her grade. But see, Mom and Dad were divorced now, so she could no longer get the attention she craved. So she spent her days and nights on the web,
searching sites
for anyone who just might replace the daddy in her life.
See, all he had to do was to tap into her fantasy, pretend that he was whatever she wanted him to be. Behind that digital divide, hide the fact that he's 35. Classic case of Jekyll and Hyde with a serious dark side.
See, she wanted someone easy to talk to, who was older and more mature. Someone to tell her all the things that she wanted to hear and more. Like how grown up and sexy she looked on the picture she took, and how she was so beautiful he couldn't wait for them to meet. But they had to be discreet, because no one would understand what they had, especially her mom and dad.
See, attention starved, it wasn't hard to control the situation with lies and manipulation. When opportunity knocked, Horatio had been patient waiting to feast on his prey.
Madison couldn't wait for the day. She had it all planned out in her head. She would tell her mother that she was spending the night with a friend, but instead she'd be meeting her new man, and they would no longer have to pretend.
See, that was the beginning of the end. See, all he needed was rope and duct tape and a place to erase any trace. See, somewhere far away, preferably out of state.
All she wanted to do was escape the loneliness she felt, and to feel special again, and to show all of her friends that she was more mature than them.
See, time to end the charade. Now face to face with the beast.
Now Madison has been missing for a little over 2 weeks.
It's only a matter of time before you'll find predators of all kinds stalk their prey in a million ways. This story you just witnessed was composed to teach and reach neither fact nor fiction, just a vivid description of this life we live in.
Come on, bro.